relax. So if you want to hear my first, then just keep watching. Okay. So the first of the firsts, who's on first, is the first time meeting Tony's parents. So a lot of you asked that. I actually don't remember exactly the first time that I met Tony's parents. I remember, so we've been dating for 12 years, for anyone that doesn't know. I remember he would always try to get me to come to his, like, family stuff, and I was just, like, young and nervous, so I didn't always take him up on it, and it took me a while to, like, warm up to going around his family. I was just like, I know, it's hard to believe, but I was kind of, like, very shy when it came to that type of situation. I was just nervous, but as soon as I got to know them, I was, wished I had sooner, because they were just so cool and so fun and just very different from my family. Not to say that my family's not cool and fun. I love my family, but it's just a different dynamic with his. So I remember, like, being the first memory that I have of, like, meeting his parents is just being over his house and, like, watching the Titanic in his one TV room. And, like, his mom came in a couple times. Yeah, and I don't think, like, we really spoke that much because I was, like, 16 and I was just used to, like, the dynamic of when I was a teenager. Like, if I had a boy over, like, I would send my mom upstairs and, like, have her hide in her room. Whereas, like, Tony wasn't like that. He was like, I'm close to my parents, like, meet them, talk to them. So I just wasn't used to that. But it was obviously worked out really well. So, okay. First broken bone. So I Strawberry Kiss. Strawberry Kiss. Strawberry Kiss. It's their red tinted lipstick. Plumping lipstick. I'm sorry, lip gloss. Lip gloss, lip gloss, lip gloss. Anyway, I got this bright Barbie pink lipstick from my Aunt Mariana. She gave it to me, and I was like so pumped to have it, and I didn't like wear it anywhere. I would just like try it on at home, and it's just funny because today, like, I was so fascinated by it. I just thought it was like the prettiest color. Like, it was so bright. It was just like gorgeous. And now I love to wear bright pink lipstick. So, first car. My first car was a 1999 Toyota Corolla. I was gonna say Camry. That was my second car. My sister never had a car. When she got her license, she would just use my mom's car. But then when I got my license, I lucked out because my mom wanted to get a new car at that point. Like, she would drive her cars like into the ground. So she gave me the Toyota Corolla, the 99 Corolla, when I got my license, which would have been in what, like, I think it took her a little while to give it to me. Like, it wasn't like the day I got my license. Because I do remember Tony taking me to school, like driving me to high school for at least a year after he got his license. So I think my mom gave that car to me in my senior year of high school, which would have been like 2011 and 2012. And she gave it to me at whatever it was, I don't know, 80,000 miles, 70,000 miles. And then she got a Toyota Camry. So it's funny, I had the Toyota Corolla, then I was so excited to have it. I put eyelashes on the car, on the headlights. Oh my god, so embarrassing. And then she drove the Toyota Camry around for a while, for the next however many years, and then she gave me that car too. When did she give me the Corolla? I don't know. It was it was that sequence of events. It doesn't matter. And I remember too, after she gave me the Camry and then she got the car she has now, I got in a little tiny little fender bender like the week that she gave me that car, and I was so upset and I was crying. And the people that I hit, it was like an old couple. I just like tapped them at a stop sign because I was looking to the left as we were going right, and I just hit them. Nobody was hurt, but I was so visibly upset and like such a psycho because I was so sad and felt awful that like they like reported it to the insurance thinking that like I was gonna sue, you know, and I was like, no, I don't want to report it to the insurance. Like, I don't want you guys to sue. I'm certainly not gonna sue. Whatever. Okay. First fear. One of my first fears, or I'll say two of them that I can remember. One is dogs in general, which I know everyone loves dogs. I'm getting better with pets and dogs and stuff, but we used to have a graveyard in my backyard. Like, I had a little backyard, a little patch of like, you know, a small little backyard, maybe like not even twice the length of this room. And behind that was a graveyard, and we would like walk around and play like in the graveyard because it's just like what everybody did when we were like 6, because it was our backyard, which is like so weird like now that I think about it, but it's just like the way that it was. And I remember like somebody was walking their dog in this graveyard, and they, like, the dog got off the leash and the dog started like chasing after me and my sister and my friends or whoever, and I was like 5, and I was so terrified for my life. I can still see like the dog like coming at me and like me like running to get into like my super aggressive that I had to like seek medical attention, but in a way where I was like 4 or 5 and I was very scared of it. So I've kind of kept that fear a little bit to this day. I don't like when dogs are very jumpy. I get scared. I don't like know what to do with them. I'm scared they're gonna bite me if I go to pet them and they jump at me. Like, I'm just a little awkward around dogs, but I'm getting better. And then the other fear was really bad, and that was of the movie Witches, guys. So if you have seen a new version of, I think it's like, what's his first name? Roald Dahl or something. This movie, The Witches, which it's a kid's movie, okay? Like, the new version of this movie has Anne Hathaway in it. It's PG. It's so weird. Anne Hathaway is like the Grand High Witch in this movie, but Anne Hathaway is like a princess. Like, I don't see her as being like a witch. It's funny. It's just a movie about these witches that turn little kids into mice, and the original version of this movie is fucking terrifying. I have not watched it since I was like 5. I had terrible nightmares for like months over this movie. I think especially because when basically they were like regular women, these witches, and then they like took off their wigs and their faces, and they had like huge like noses and like scary, like they basically, you know what they kind of looked like? The in Harry Potter, the dwarves that like work at the bank or whatever, that like look scary, and they have like a long ass nose and like whatever. They look like that. They look like monsters, and I was so scared of that movie. I remember I watched it at my summer camp, which was really just my kindergarten teacher's house that she would like watch, like maybe like 10 kids or so. I watched it there, and then my mom had to like talk to my kindergarten teacher slash my like, you know, summer camp leader lady and say like, Julie, I cannot watch this movie, like please like take her out of the room when you guys are watching this. And still to this day, my kindergarten teacher's daughter, who like was older than me at the time and is older than me now obviously, still will like tease me sometimes on Facebook and like post things about the movie The Witches, because she remembers how traumatized I was from that movie. So but I faced my fear and I watched the new version of it, and I wasn't, you know, too scared of a PG rated movie. I'm curious though to watch the old version and see if it would like freak me out. I was so scared. Okay, first job. My first job was a babysitter. I was 12 when I first babysat, which I don't even understand how that is possible, because I babysit for kids. I don't really anymore, but like, and the one is 12. I only do it if like their parents are gone for like a really long time. Like, it wouldn't be like 2 hours on like a Thursday type of thing, but it might be like a Saturday night for like 8 hours. But yeah, I remember I did like a babysitter certification course type of thing, and yeah, I started babysitting at 12. And then if you don't want to count babysitting, my first job was at a farmer's market, at a Mexican food stand within the farmer's market, and I would make guacamole, I would make pico de gallo, I would make empanadas, and I was paid $8 an hour, which was pretty good back then for like a 14-year-old, and that was under the table, so there was no taxes on that. And I would work Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and it was like the perfect job. Everyone worked there in high school, and I remember like we would get done on Thursdays at 6, Fridays at 7, and then Saturdays at 5, and I thought that when we would get done on Fridays at 7, that was so late, and I was like, oh my god, I need to go out, like I have to go out. Yes guys, I went out like to the woods when I was like 14, 15, and I was like, oh my god, it's 7 o'clock, like this is prime time, like going out. So I just remember that. Yeah, I remember eating all the dips, like just, you know, having little bites of all the dips and everything that she would make. It was really good. She said I was a good tomato chopper. I specifically also remember watching Casper the Friendly Ghost, which is a pop. Can you say that about a movie? It was good. The one with Christina Ricci in it. I remember watching that in pre-K because I remember seeing it and I was in my sleeping bag taking a nap in pre-K and the lights were off and that movie was on and I was crying my eyes out because I didn't want to be there and I hated being there. I literally, in pre-K, I did not ever want to be there. I would go to pre-K and I would cry every single day and I would chase my mom out into the parking lot and beg her not to leave me. And thinking about that now as an adult, like, my poor mother, her heart was probably like broken to like leave me there when I was like, Mom, please. Like, I literally chased her into the parking lot like through the school because I was like, don't leave me here. And it's funny because all I wanted to do, she told me, like, now she tells me the story that all I wanted to do was go to big girl school, because I'm like a little old for my grade. So she put me into pre-K, like with, you know, the kindergartners, the first, the second, the third, the fourth graders, when I technically probably could have went to one more year of like preschool, like daycare type of thing. But she popped me into pre-K because I wanted to go to big girl school, and as soon as I went to big girl school, I hated it. And the kindergarten teacher who I went to her summer camp, right? She was amazing. I still am connected with her to this day. She's like an angel on this earth. She's so kind, such an amazing teacher, just a great educator, passionate about her job. I would go, they would have to call my sister down from fourth grade to like comfort me. So my sister would come down and comfort me in pre-K when I hated it, and then also the kindergarten teacher, I would spend time with her. I remember her giving me a big Christmas tree sticker, and I would stick on like the balls on the Christmas tree. Like, she'd give me little crafts to do to calm me down. And I hated my kindergarten, or my pre-kindergarten teacher. She was a bitch. And thinking about it now, like, she was a bitch to like 4-year-olds. Like, she made me so uncomfortable and hate being there. And that's just like disgusting to think about now because I'm an adult and I could never be mean to a child, no matter how like bratty or annoying the child is. It's a child. Okay, just 2 more. So next is the first time I got drunk. Trying to remember. I know the first time that I drank, it was with my girlfriend Meg, who was my first best friend, and who I still talk to this day, and we still hang out, and she's in school to be a doctor. Shout out Meg, she's a boss bitch, love her. Me and her and my girlfriend Anna, who just finished PA school, so shout out to her too, she's also a boss bitch. We drank sour apple schnapps at Meg's house, and we were like maybe 13, and we took the schnapps, like this green sour apple schnapps, like ew, and like poured it in the cap and like took like 2 shots from the cap, and we were like pretending that we were drunk and stuff, and like, what? Like, obviously we weren't drunk. And I remember her mom came home and we had to like hide and like pretend like we weren't doing anything, and we were so nervous. So that's the first time I drank. I even remember like trying my mom's like cooking sherry when I was like 13, like thinking like, yeah, like alcohol, like ew, oh my god. The first time I got drunk though, I don't really remember. I remember like the first like times that I got drunk was just at like people's house parties where their parents would go away for a weekend or for the night or whatever. Just thinking about some of my friends that their parents like went away for a weekend and they left their like 13, 14-year-old by themselves is kind of messed up. But those would be the times and we would have so much fun. Okay, and last is my first YouTube video. So I actually have to look this up, guys. So you probably, if you're my subscriber, you probably know that I have another channel where I did beauty videos, vlogs, whatever, for a while.